Hiya and welcome back to the channel. My name is Johnny. In the previous video you saw me build a Ferrari Daytona, a AliExpress knockoff on the Lego version, and in this video I've got a grand piano, and this one is the Lego would call this the 21323. For this particular version, the AliExpress version, I paid £130 delivered, and if you bought it over here, you're looking at anything, prices vary between £350 to £400. So this is the box. I can't remember how many pieces. Is it 3,000, 4,000? I'll let you know that in a minute. So I'm quite keen on putting this together. So once again, I'm assuming that's what's in this box because I am expecting it, but as I said before, I do order a lot of stuff from AliExpress. It's a bit of an addiction for me at the moment. A bit like when you go to the pound store and spend 20 quid. So, but I think a box this size, and yeah, there you have it. Packed with loads of Lego bits. Now, this version, unlike my other kits, comes with a hard copy instructions rather than the PDF, which I do much prefer. But hey, it's good quality. You know, it's printed on good paper, so and very, very clear as well. It's not sort of fuzzy or low resolution. This is very good. So I'm going to start building this. Let's make a start today and see how long this one takes me. I'm actually going to time myself with this one because I've had people asking me how long has it taken me to put either the Titanic up there or the Ferrari together, and I don't know. I never know, because you know, some days I might only spend 20 minutes and another day I might spend 20 hours. So I'm planning on keeping a little bit of paper next to me and jotting down my start and stop times and see how long it actually takes me to build one of these kits. So to begin with, I've sorted out the sacks, which have got the individual smaller sacks inside them, and that being number one, and there's a total of 10 bags going all the way up to there. So I can put away all of these for now and open these ones up and put them into my little containers to begin the build. And we're off. So I've got everything allocated in their little tubs, and there's a lot of tubs. I think it's usually been about 6 tubs per bag on the last couple of kits that I've done. Anyway, I've mixed a couple of them together, so it makes no difference really. And here we go. We're going to start off by building this to begin with, and start picking bits out of my tray and see how we go. Right, so page 1, and I've just found, identified these 2 pieces. And straight away they feel like they fit in really nicely. I always go through that anxiety of, oh my god, there's bits missing and I'm going to have to get in touch with the seller and God knows what. But up to now I haven't been let down. I just spent sort of 10 minutes looking for this silly little piece, and it was there, and then I think, of course there's nothing missing. There's never anything missing, and as I say, thank God up to now there's not been anything missing. Let's crack on. Just to show you I've been working on this for an hour so far, and I've built this much, and I'm only on page or section 19, and I've still got all these pieces from the first sack to go. So gives you an idea of how long this thing takes to build. Another day, and I've been on it for about 20 minutes so far. So I've now completed the first section of the build, and I've come all the way through to part 2 of the booklet, and the next thing I'll be building is this section here, which as you can see incorporates some motors. Now that's something else I wanted to talk about. So when ordering the kit, I had the option of paying just under 100 quid for the basic piano, or pay 130 quid and get the piano which plays itself, and you can attach your mobile phone using Bluetooth and play tunes on it, and the keys should play and all sorts of things like that. Well, so this is what I've got here, and these arrived separately for some reason, so they weren't in the package, so you order them and they'll come as an additional package. Now you see there's a motor in that one, a little bit of wire. I don't know what this bit is here. It's got like a USB connection there as well, so there's a USB wire, and this which looks like it's a speaker. Got some play buttons on there, it's obviously not working yet. This might be a battery, for all I know. That could be the battery which connects to that. Anyway, so these parts were optional if you wanted it, and in my mind, if you're going to do this kit, I'd say do it so that it can actually play, and hopefully at the end of this video I'll have this all put together and you'll see what I mean by it plays itself. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Okay, it's been an hour and 20 minutes so far today, and that's how far I've got. I actually don't know what part of the piano this is going to be, but I'm going to call it a day for now so that I don't get moaned at. And as you can see, there are not a lot of pieces left for the first bag. I have just finished number 77, and I put a little tick to remind myself, and tomorrow I'll proceed with part 78. So day 3, and been on it for about 20 minutes or so. I forgot to write down the time, and I've just made up this section here, which kind of looks a bit like a crankshaft on a car, and from what I am gathering, this is going to have an effect on the keys that sort of go up and down as the music is playing. So I'm on section 106 now, where it goes on to show finishing off that crankshaft mechanism and adding in this motor here, which will go down there and obviously operate the piano key playing mechanism. So here's some of the gearing, and next stage is to add this little motor in there. According to the diagram, it goes in there like that somehow. Yep, there you go. And that'll plug in somewhere else. Now, this whole thing, I can give you a better shot. Yeah, so as I was saying, this whole thing seems to fit into there, and that's on the gear there. Right, so now that this bit is all being put together, it's telling me to open up bag 3, but it hasn't told me about bag 2, so I'm just going to assume by bag 2, I'm just checking to see if it jumps backwards or at any point, and I don't see that. Yeah, I'm just going to assume where they're saying bag 2, bag 3 rather, it should be bag 2, so I'll take the chance and do that. Right, so I'm all set to go. I think what might have happened is in the first bag there was a lot more pieces, so when I finished section 1 there were still pieces in my little pots, so bag 1 might have been a combination of bag 1 and bag 2, so I'm now sort of kind of jumping here, if that makes any sense. One thing I have to kind of reiterate from my previous video: when you're emptying your little sacks, these little sacks to put your pieces in there, do double check to make sure there's no bits left in there, because on my last build I thought I had bits missing, and I went through my bin and found there was little pieces lodged in these bags. It does quite easily happen. Right, let's proceed. I just thought I'd show you what I'm up to at the moment. So I've just, as you previously just saw, I've just built this sort of crankshafty looking thing, connected the motor. Now I've connected all of these things as well, which I imagine are going to be connected to the keys. Lots of nice moving little parts. Don't know how it's going to work yet, but something tells me as the motor spins, something will be pushing these things up and down and making the keys move. It's quite an interesting build, this one, a bit different to the car and very different to the Titanic. Just finished off the second bag and I'm up to this stage here now, and it's looking quite technical, building up as I'm going along. Obviously I've got the motor in there. Slightly worrying thing, and I'm hoping it's going to sort itself out, is the this is the battery pack, which I've just got plugged in to charge up on my little charger thing here. That looks slightly different to what's in the diagram, and I don't know what's going to happen with this towards the end and how this is all going to work, but I'm hoping it's all going to turn out, because it'd be a shame to put this whole thing together and it doesn't do what I want it to do and just look like a piano but not play like a piano. Anyway, yeah, that's where I'm up to now, and I've just emptied all of sack 3 into my little containers, and what section I'm up to? Section 185 at the moment. I've just put on this back part of the piano now. I've got the speaker and the other thing, which I didn't know what it was, which turns out to be a battery. That's in there now. Connected it up to my Bluetooth, so piano sounds now come out of the speaker, but I'll leave you hanging on till the end for that. So I'm at the stage now where basically, move this out of the way, I've got all these bits here, and they're going to dress up the back of the piano, and well, yeah, see how we go from there. I'm kind of running into some complications with this at the moment, with the way that the instructions are laid out. I'm currently building this section here, again, whatever it is. Now, according to the instructions, it's telling me bag 7. Now, I've only opened up bag 4, so almost got a kind of freestyle, and just go, when I'm looking for bits and I can't find them, just open the next bag that's in the box over there. So it's kind of confusing things a little bit here, but it's coming along. I've unfortunately lost track of time, and I've been forgetting to write down when I'm starting and stopping, because I really wanted to know how long one of these projects takes me. So that's kind of gone out the window, because I forgot to start, I forgot to write down today what time I started, and also yesterday and the day before. So the problem is I'm sort of like get in here and I'm super keen to get going, and I forget that stupid thing of writing down. What I should really do is pin something up on the wall there, and it's in front of me. But anyway, yeah, just wanted to let you know how the progress is going. This is what this section is looking like at the moment. Oh, them nice little donuts in there as well. Don't know where this bit is, just going to bang on there somewhere, but yeah, it's moving along. Just completed this section here, and it took quite a while. It's a lot of pieces on this. Now that now joins on to this bit, apparently there somewhere. Bit difficult getting these two pieces to marry up together. Okay, that's now connected, and you can begin to see the scale of this thing. It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, making good progress. Still needs tapping in. I can still see the join line down there, but yeah, making progress. And that is section 289, and on section 290 I am now going to be building, where are we? That part, which is the strings of the piano. So I just completed the strings for the piano, and this drops in here according to the instructions. You'll notice me using this, and I can't be without this. It's a homemade watchmaker's hammer. I've actually got one that I bought as well ages ago. So made one for the hell of it. Anyway, it's so handy for getting the parts to close fully rather than keep on pressing things, and it's never quite the same as tapping them. Anyway, so the strings are in here now, and the next stage is to connect them up at this end. This is quite satisfying. Anyway, yeah, you get the general idea. Making really good progress now. All the outside of the piano is now dressed all the way round, and I've just fitted on this little door which houses the speaker and battery system motor. So I've got some really lovely curves going on here as well. Oh, like not sure what the next stage is. It's looking like I'm perhaps building a musical stand, or the sheet stand or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Just added the 3 legs and this mechanism here, which I don't know really what how pianos work, but I think the string dampener, I think. And so when I turn it up, you can see it's starting to look really good. The model's a lot bigger than I expected it to be. And according to the instructions, next I'll be doing the exciting part and building the keyboard. I've just finished the whole of the keyboard, and it was a bit of a mission, quite repetitive, but then I suppose sometimes these models are gonna be, but you can see it sort of kind of works the way it's meant to work. All the keys operate, the hammers go up and down, and I think the next stage is for me to actually fit this into the piano and then carry on building the case of the piano. And we're nearing the end now. I'm not too sure how this fits in. All it does is just show you a picture on the instructions with a keyboard set in. That's it. There doesn't seem to be anything that fixes the keyboard down. Oh well, yeah, I'm going to say that's it. Not too happy about the way that the keys are all uneven. That doesn't look pretty, but maybe that's something I'll be able to sort out a little bit later. The section beneath the keys has just been fitted in now, and that's now locked in, so the keys are where they've got to stay. There don't seem to be any other fitting for them. One of the things that's occurred to me, perhaps why some of these keys are up and others are down, could be because they're resting on the cam at the back of here and in some sort of half playing position. At least that's what I'm hoping anyway. Meanwhile, I'm now on the section which is the keyboard cover. I'm on page 156 at the moment, and not too many pages to go. In fact, the last page on this is at 177, so I might just crack on and finish this one this evening and be done with. Just completed the keyboard cover here, and it's really nice. That's a stupid thing to say about a keyboard cover, but it's 3 layers thick and it's quite a weighty little thing. Nice little Lebo logo on there. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Anyway, next tricky bit is getting the cover attached onto. There's a couple of little bits in there, and looks like it's going to be sort of quite an awkward one to shift and get into, but I almost feel like this should have gone on maybe before some other bits. Oh no, there you go, I'm on. Oh, look at that. Isn't that really cool? Doesn't shut as tightly as I'd like it to, but never mind. I finally just finished building this lid, and it looks lovely, but it was a real mission. I struggled with this bit a lot, mainly to do with the instructions, because if I just show you here, go back a couple of pages, as you're building it up, these little pictures here were so small, even with a magnifying glass I couldn't work out what brick goes where. Luckily they've got a sort of slightly bigger drawing later on, which I could sort of magnify on that and work out where the bits go. So that was one of the problems, and the other problem was I've unfortunately for the first time got some bits missing. So I have taken them off, the bits that I needed. I've taken some off of the bottom of the keyboard lid, and you know what, that's just such a shame. I can always order the bits anyway afterwards, so that's not a headache. I can contact the company I bought and they will send you out extra pieces if you need them. So unfortunately at this point, yeah, I've got these few pieces missing. I think I'll just take the rest of them out and make the whole thing be even anyway. That's what I'm going to do. So despite that, I am ready to fit the lid of the piano on, which will be nice, and I do believe that once this is on, that's the piano then complete. And I think all I've got to do then is put on or build rather, the stall. This will go, that fitted eventually. So I've finally finished the piano, complete with its little chair. It's a beautiful looking thing. It really does look the part, and again it's got some weight behind it. We've got an opening top part, complete with a prop. This, which I had to nick a few bits off of, I've managed to find some other bits and fit in there. Got the music stand, complete with a little bit of music as well. Looking at it, it's quite stunning. A lot of work has gone into this, and there's a lot of intricate little bits and pieces, again, like with all these models, which make them look as real as possible, but meanwhile letting you know that it's still a Lego, or in this case a Lebo. Inside the piano there, you've got all the strings and whatever other these round bits and pieces are meant to be. A nice set of keys. And even this little stool has got an adjustment on it, so you can sit at just the right height when you're playing your piano. So the all important bit is, how well does it sound? How well does it play? We've got some motors in there, battery, speaker, Bluetooth. We've got a little app that connects to it. How does it play? Well, let me show you. Right, to begin with, the motor was working, but it wouldn't stop working. So the keys were just randomly going up and down, but it's since lost its Bluetooth connection and won't no longer connect. And I've spent the last 15 minutes on it trying to get it to work right, but for some reason the receiver's not picking up. However, when I go to the app here and press keys, the sound does, the Bluetooth does pick up the speaker, but it's not picking up the motor, which is meant to be operating these keys. So that's a bit useless. That's not the way this thing was intended. The idea was that you could actually sort of choose from a library of songs, and the songs would play and the keys would move, not in the perfect sequence of how you would play the piano, but nevertheless keys would move around. But in this case, that's not doing that at all. All I'm getting at best is the motor whirring away, lots of rattling going on, keys keep on moving even though I'm not pressing any notes on my phone there to make a tune. Now I'm going to try contacting the supplier, but I've spoken to them before regarding the actual electronic side of it is completely different to what perhaps if Lego had made this would have been in there. So okay, they've got to make their own version, I do understand that, but at least make it work. So when I was trying to communicate with them, their English is so poor, they're not understanding what I'm asking them. Basically I got down to a situation where I realised their electronics wouldn't fit inside this piano and I had to remove this whole section. And that was more my sort of common sense than what they were trying to tell me, to be honest with you. I think they were trying to tell me to take this off, but in not very clear terms. So yeah, it has its problems, this thing, and I doubt I'm going to get it working the way that I expected, or the way that I've seen the ones on other videos where they play tunes and you set your little mobile phone up on there, choose your tune and it plays happily away in the background. This isn't going to do that. But I suppose for 130 quid it was an enjoyable build, although some parts of it were tedious, as I say about the top cover there. That was really tedious and bad instructions. I massively prefer PDFs because I can zoom in and look at bits properly, and there were a few little bits and pieces missing, which once that had happened it made me doubt the whole kit, and every time I couldn't find something made me wonder, is the bits there or am I missing more bits? Meanwhile, apart from the bits missing, look how many bits I've got extra. Now I know I haven't missed anything out because I'm very particular with all these things. So a lot of little extra bits and pieces, and which is how I got to make up the front part of the piano, which I had to cannibalise earlier on. So what do I really think of this kit? Well, you know what, for 130 quid it's worth what it is. It's a shame that it doesn't play the way it meant to. I was really looking forward to that. I might have even, or my wife might have even let me bring this one inside and put it on the sideboard or something like that as a display unit. But would I recommend it? Maybe not from this supplier. I don't know if the other suppliers are slightly better, but this supplier wasn't brilliant. Would it stop me buying more fake Lego kits from AliExpress? No, absolutely not, because the two kits I've built so far, the Titanic and the Ferrari I've got sitting over there, were all 100% spot on. I'm really happy with those. So it's not going to stop me, and in fact I'm on the hunt for my next kit now. But if you do decide to go for the piano, be prepared for it not to work. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and press that little button on down there somewhere. Hit that little bell icon and that will remind you when I'm next uploading another video, and hope to see you again soon.